Put in that word. Another one.
Everybody, it's the Fantasy Typhoon. Welcome to the training camp episode. This is when you're dissecting training camp news, and you gotta first learn that all news is not created equal. For instance, let's take out of Washington D.C. the beat reporter. Out of our beloved Washington D.C. reporting that Bryce Love is killing it in camp. I mean, he's the direct backup. He's the number 2 guy on the roster. And then a week later, another beat reporter comes out, Washington, D.C., says that Bryce Love might not even make the 53-man roster. Wait. He just said he's killing it. So who do you believe? Now, when these blurbs come out, we need to know which beat writer has the juice, and that comes with time. I have over 12 years experience, so I'm here to help you with that. Now, we need to know who is the trusted beat writer with the trusted information and who is accurate and not speculative or giving their opinion. Now, I may miss some guys here and there, a list of guys, but here are a list of guys who are doing things and the beat reporters are all in unison. So I'll just quickly go through one of my Dynasty teams and give you the lowdown on each player and what's happening through their training camp battle. You should be able to do the same with your Dynasty team, especially that Dynasty team that matters to you the most. You should be able to do this on your own. Now, although everything's being reported about your player does not necessarily have to come from an account with that verified check mark, that verified account, that verified beat writer. Mainly what you're doing, you're just searching for the same tune from different sources. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for positive reports each day. Let's say 2 days you get positive reports, then you place that player on your watch list. Then a continuous week full of positive reports, then you have to do what I call a what the heck pickup, or maybe a 4th round pick. Devin Asiasi, for instance. He started, then the beat drummed up and it turned into a week. Now you have to take him seriously. So now you have some executive decisions to make. And what I love to hear your input, on the comments below. Make sure I hear your input. Now let's start with my team, Deshaun Watson. Now here's a little stat here to help with you. He's tied with Lamar Jackson for second most rushing TDs by a QB since 2018. He's trying to bring the first Super Bowl to Houston. And let's take a look at Watson here. He's calling an audible in practice, and he's going to throw a TD in practice to Will Fuller, who is lined up in the outside. He's lined up in the Z. This is where I expect Fuller to operate mostly during the season, is out of the Z position. Now he'll move to the slot, the W, or to the X. Now I hold off on Fuller because I own him on this same team, so I won't go into him. We're just looking at Watson. Look, they're jogging at half speed. Look, they're jogging. It's a walk-through pace. But you may have some beat reporter like, wow, look at this beautiful TD pass from Watson to Fuller. They're in mid-season form, but it's a walkthrough. It's a walkthrough. They're both having an outstanding camp. So when you see the blurbs come out, first try to see if there's a video being reported, so that way you can kind of watch for yourself. That's the main theme here is what I'm going to keep in your head, is keep your head on straight, to keep your information solid as we approach this pandemic NFL season. You're going to have to put in more work on your own, folks, for this pandemic season. You're going to have to do a little bit more research. You're going to have to do a little bit more fill in the blanks from these training training camp blurbs than you normally would because we don't have the preseason to actually see for ourselves. Now, next on the list, I'll go through my roster. We have Chris Carson. Let's take a look at Chris Carson. He's just getting back. He took a couple of days off, about a week off from camp. Pete Carroll just stated he's 100% healthy. He's in full pads every time. They're ready to go full speed, full tackle to the ground. He's ready. There's no pup list in his future. Chris Carson. Now let's take a look at Ezekiel Elliott. I won't spend too long on him. I don't really go too in depth on my studs. You know, they pretty much speak for themselves. Let's see what we got. David Johnson. Take a look. David Johnson. He's in the best shape of his life right now. He's ready to go. He's ready to go, folks. Ronald Jones. I had him on my show. He came and sat down with me, and we went over some things. And while we were in the green room, we spent in the green room, I would say about an hour and a half, just Ronald and I just talking, football, just talking about life situations, just having a chat before we even went live for you guys to actually see. So I really got a chance to really pull back the curtain with Ronald Jones and really get to know the young man. And he was blunt. His rookie season, he took it for granted. He thought he knew it all. He thought he was, that superstar. He had an S on his chest. And then, boom, here comes real live football. And the man says he wasn't ready. As you can see now, he's dedicated his offseason, went out and got him a coach to help him prepare for the season. And dude did not stop practicing pretty much the whole offseason. He's ready. Let's look at Tony Pollard. Great backup for Zeke. In Dynasty, I don't care what y'all say. I'm handcuffing those top running back positions. I'm not just buying a running back. I'm buying the backfield. I'm buying the whole back. I'm buying real estate. I'm a real estate agent. So I'm buying the whole real estate of the backfield in certain situations. I'm buying the whole thing, not just a piece. Because the last thing I want is to get to the playoffs. Zeke somehow comes up with an injury. I lose those points. And then the guy I'm up against starting Tony Pollard. That's not happening to me. Happening to you. It's not happening to me. Miles Sanders. Let's take a look. I know. We have unlocked on Miles Sanders, if you will. So you want to take a look at what I really feel about Miles Sanders and how great he can be, and in the great offense he's in. You see, they have injury to the offensive line. The left tackle's down for the year. The guards down for the year. Boom. They went and brought pieces already in. They're ready to go. That's an organization that cares about the trenches, the defensive line and the offensive lines. They keep those guys coming in and out. One go down, let's go. And they keep moving. That's why you like Miles Sanders in a good organization, such as that. And of course, I've just picked up Boston Scott. Take a look. Boston Scott. Good situation. I got to have the number 2. I got to have the number on my team. On my dynasty teams. On good real estate, good running back situations, good organization, I got to have the A and the B. Devin Singletary. I did an unlock on Devin Singletary as well. You can swing back and take a look at that video. And I'm hearing a lot of he's fumbling in camp. I mean, if he's going to fumble, best time to fumble is in camp, right? Go ahead and get it out your system. When it's come week 1, time to play. Get your mistakes out now. All right, let's move to the wide receivers. Devonta Adams. Devonta is Devonta. There's not too much really about Devonta. He's number 1 but pretty much the only wide receiver on the team. So, I mean, what do we expect? Antonio Brown. I'm an Antonio Brown fan. I like Antonio Brown. I think he's the best wide receiver in the NFL. Absolutely. Even right now today, because off season for Antonio Brown is not a regular off season. That guy's training. He's ready to go. He's ready to rock and roll. You know, he's ready to go right now. You call him up right now and tell him to come on the team. He's ready to go right now. He's in football shape. But talking to my mentor, he told me last year after all this happened in Oakland, he said, Typhoon, he's not playing again. But, you know, we have roster cuts coming next week. I have to cut 4 of these players. So in the comments, looking at my roster, tell me which 4 players I need to cut. I got to cut 4 of these guys. This is a Dynasty team. Take a look at Marquis Brown. Did an unlock on Marquis Brown. So just go back and take a look at the videos. Did a real good unlock on Marquis Brown. Looking for a lot of him. Looking for a lot of uptick and upside for him coming up in this 2020 fantasy football season. My man, Mari Cooper. Let's take a look. They just had that scrimmage tonight. I think he caught a touchdown pass. And that's pretty much the closest they're going to get to real football before they play the Rams week 1. So let's take a look at Amari Cooper. My man, Will Fuller, the one you love to hate. You love him. Some folks hate him. The guy you love to hate, I got him. I paired him with Deshaun Watson. Hey, he's the wide receiver 1 right now. And if he can stay healthy, he's a baller. That's all I remember. We just want ballers. Josh Gordon. I bypassed Josh. He won't make the cut. I'm just waiting on him to find a team. I'm trading him. He's gone. As soon as he gets a team and putting him on the block, he's gone. KJ Hill. Take a look. Chargers. I don't know. Mike Williams went down. Look at some blurbs. Let's see what's happening with KJ Hill. Should I keep him? Next, Tyreek Hill. I mean, come on. I'm not really going to spend too much time on Tyreek Hill. Deontay Johnson. Next, Deontay Johnson. Just did an unlock on Deontay Johnson as well. Looking for a huge uptick, but he needs to get on the field. He needs to get rapport. He needs to get acclimated with Big Ben. He's missing huge. He's missing huge time. So I don't know. I might have to redo one. He's missing too much time with Big Ben. He's got to get on the field with Big Ben. That is paramount. DK Metcalf. Hey, that's my dog right there. That's Julio Jones Jr. in training. Absolutely. Traditional Pro Set X. I did an unlocked on him. Go ahead and take a look at DK Metcalf. Looking for a lot of upside for him coming into the 2020 fantasy football season. As you can see, a lot of year 2 wide receivers on my team. Absolutely. A lot of folks are misplacing that wide receiver class. That was an outstanding wide receiver class last year. Don't sleep. Let's go to my tight ends now. Like I was saying earlier, Devin Asiasi. Drafted him in the 4th round of this year's rookie draft.
I'm sure by now you've heard all the
round on him. Took a fly. I had no idea. I did a little film on him on my own. Kind of watched his hips, how low he went to the ground, coming in and out of his breaks.
It's just
fell
one
in love
drill,
with that.
just one route. It's not the Super Bowl.
Really wanted him so bad.
Let's just forget about that.
I went ahead and sold Jalen Hurd for a 4th. Took the 4th.
I'm going to show you
while the guy was
how
on
he
the
gains
clock.
ground out of his drive step and how that's going to help him create separation.
And I turned around and
Patriots are just running a leverage drill here.
You know, I hate what happened to Hurd.
This coach is either going to hit
Hurd was
the
looking for
outside
a
hip
big
or the
year
inside hip.
again,
And the receiver's
as
just
he
going to
was
cut
last
off
year's
his
rookie
leverage, right?
year. He was
cut
looking for
inside.
another
If
big
he's
year,
outside, he's cut outside. If he's
unfortunately, the
inside.
injury
So
bug got him.
the coach gets inside of him
Devin
here, so he
Asiasi
knows
right
he's going
now
to cut
is
out. But watch that
overcoming a little
right
bit
plant
of
foot. So he
little
plants
bit
it
of
here,
setback himself.
right? And the
Just a little
next
bit.
time he's going to pick up
He's
that
working
foot.
off to the side right now, but he's building
down,
rapport on the
it's
side.
already going to be pointed towards the sideline.
Devin
He's going to
Asiasi
be
is
gaining ground
perfect
out of the break.
for
His
training
hips are
camp.
going to open up towards
You
the
heard a little
quarterback.
buzz
His head is
coming
going to
out.
turn back towards the
You
quarterback.
heard it from
But
Mike
the most
Rice.
important thing is this
You
drive
heard it
step
from
here. So it puts down, and he picks it back up. You see
here
how it's starting to point towards the sideline, and he's gaining ground. He's not stepping underneath himself. He's opening his hips. He's opening his head back towards the quarterback, and he's running through the route. That's how you create separation at this level. That's going to be really, really difficult to cover if you're a linebacker or a DB dropping in coverage with him again. So
here comes the blurbs again. Devonta Adams, everybody pretty much saying the same thing. Not one person. It's a collective.
Head opens back up towards the quarterback. He finishes through. That's going to work at this level or any level of football.
All right, now you got to pick him up. You got to give a 4-4. You got to take a flyer on that now. It's too much. It's not hype anymore. When it lasts a week, like Devonta is prime example of training camp hype getting louder from so many sources to where you have to get up off your seat, go get on the computer, go get on your phone. You got to make a move. Harrison Bryant. Hey, I just picked him up off the wire last week off waivers for free. Heard training camp buzz coming up. Steady drumbeat on it. That's all I'm looking for, a steady drumbeat. Now I have to drop 4. So, I don't know. Some of these tight ends might not make it. As you can see, I don't have a secure tight end because I traded Darren Waller right after the season was over. I traded Darren Waller out and brought in Deontay Johnson. Figured I'll what the heck tight end until I find it. If I don't find it, I'll take somebody and go get one. But right now, I'm just sitting back waiting to see who's going to step up and say, Typhoon, I want it. Tyler Eifert. A lot of blurbs coming out of Jacksonville. Tyler Eifert. I hate that the other tight end went down. Can't think of his name right now. I'll put it up right here. Right here, I'll put it up for you. His name is right here. Josh Oliver or something, I believe. He was doing pretty good. He went down. Now Tyler Eifert is reunited with Gruden, who drafted him in Cincinnati. So now they're back together. Down there with Gardner Minshew. Not a lot of options. We'll see. Dalton Keene. A lot of hype starting to come up on him. Went ahead and picked him up off the wire when I picked up Harrison Bryant. David Njoku. 3.01 in my fantasy draft, in my rookie draft. I don't know. I wanted a tight end. Hayden Hurst had went off the board. I wanted him, but I missed him. I kind of panicked. Yeah, I panicked too. And even though it was a slow draft, I should have went ahead and traded that third out for a second. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. I looked at, a tight end with the first round pick type talent or grade attached to his name. I looked for basically a tight end with draft capital. I committed 2 sins. One, I've tried to force myself to draft for need. You never draft for need in rookie drafts. Never. You draft that dude. So if I didn't see the dude I wanted, I should have traded out and took a second. And I made my own mistake that I try to teach you guys not to make. I did it. I make mistakes too. We all in here in a community to learn together. David Njoku had a good day today. I think it was yesterday. Real good day. So let's see what happens there. Albert Okwuegbunam. Hey, I tried. Albert O, if you will. I'm keeping him. I'm telling you now, I'm keeping him. Drew Lock's best friend out of college. Now, Drew Lock came out last year, of course. Drew Lock's in his second year. Albert O is now a rookie. Now they're reunited. Got to be some chemistry there. And good old Jordan Reed. Absolutely. Absolutely, Jordan Reed. I'm looking for talent. I don't care about depth chart. I don't care about 40 time. All I care about, can he ball? If he gets a shot, can he come in and ball and not give it back? They're having so much injuries to their wide receivers. Deebo Samuel's down. Brandon Ayuk has been showing out. He's down. J.J. Nelson, they just brought him in as the FA. He's down. I mean, all the wide receivers are pretty much that have capital or starting ability or talent are going down, that's opening up for HW personnel offense to be ran out with Kyle Shanahan, and that Jordan Reed could get hurt before the season even started, which makes my decision even easier. I just go ahead and drop because I have to drop 4. Let's see if he makes the roster. And of course, Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Look, let me tell you about Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Been in this league here for about, I would say, been in this league for the past 8 years. I would say about 6 years ago, I took a second and bought the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Haven't used another defense since. Might have been the best second round pick I've ever used. Picking up the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Why, Typhoon? Pittsburgh Steelers defense is the best defense for your Dynasty League for the simple fact that what do they do every year in the rookie draft? They take a first round pick and use it on defense. They always finish top 5 in sacks, top 5 in takeaways. Pittsburgh Steelers defense is the defense. Go ahead. I don't even have to give a second. Give a third up or do a fourth or pick them up off the wire and keep them. During the off season, don't drop to pick up somebody else because that person you're trying to keep, they won't outscore Pittsburgh. I'm telling you, this is a little tip. Pittsburgh Steelers defense for Dynasty. Don't care who they play. Plug them in. All right, now my taxi squad. These two are going to sit here all year because my wide receiver room is strong. Yeah, good old Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs, practice squad. Let's take a look. Look at this move here out of camp. Great move. Yep, right there. Henry Ruggs. Last but not least, on the practice squad and bringing this to a close, Brandon Ayuk. Picked up Henry Ruggs at the 1.8 in my Dynasty League. I just sat there. I told everybody I'm not moving up. I'm not moving down. Whatever you guys let fall to me, that's what I'm taking. Henry Ruggs fell. That's what I took. At the 2.3, I said I'm not trading up or down. Whatever y'all let fall, I'm picking up the scraps. They let Brandon Ayuk fall. Scooped him right up. 2.3 Brandon Ayuk. Now look, I just did a draft, a 10-team league. I've been in this league since 2008. I'll be posting that one next. Been in this league since 2008. It's with my high school and my college buddies. We all been doing this league since 2008. It's a standard league. We have one QB, a kicker, defense. We not changing it. And here's the secret. They don't know I'm Typhoon. They have no idea I'm Typhoon. None. Won't let them know. I'm keeping all this under the wrap. Been in there since 2008. They have no idea I'm Typhoon. And I've won like from 2008 to like 2012. No, maybe 2013 I won. I just like, you know what? I'll just sit back and kind of experiment now. I do experiments with this team. Excuse me. I do experiments now with that league. It's not fun dominating all the time. You gotta let somebody else have some fun. So I'll go through that 10-team league and I'll put it up, spend about an hour with you, go through what I did, what I should have did, what I shouldn't have did, trying to, now that it's draft season, to help you guys out with your draft. Kind of use it as a tool. You can say what you want about what I did, because I really don't care, because we already told you in tips and tricks. Take a look at my tips and trick video. I already told you value is not, I don't care what you say, Typhoon, you went too early or too late or whatever. It don't matter what you say now. We haven't even lined up yet. So how you know? So it don't matter what you say about it, if you like it or not. I'm not putting it up for that. I'm putting it up for you to kind of take a look and see what's going where and what's going where, so you can kind of like plan. That's all I'm trying to do, is help you plan. Whatever you put on your team, nobody knows you're right or wrong until week 6 or week 8. Yeah, and now you start telling, I messed up there. Because at like my mentor told me, and I'll stop at this, 1 o'clock on Sunday, don't nobody care where you drafted who. Did you get them? That's all that matters. This is Fantasy Typhoon. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you join the army here and what we're doing. I really appreciate your support. This is my Dynasty team. Make sure you go through yours. And the one that really matters to you, do the blurbs. Give yourself, kind of do recon, if you will, on your team. It's the Fantasy Typhoon. Here's my email address, fantasytyphoon@hotmail.com. Thank you.